Hello and a warm welcome today. Today, I want us to ask ourselves one question. How long will it take before Kenya become a force to reckon with when it comes to AFCON qualification and SECAFA qualification and also the World Cup? Because Kenya as a country, we have been wishing and dreaming to get to the World Cup for so long, but we have never qualified or even get near to qualification or to qualify. Now, I want us also to focus on a very simple journey. Gambia AFCON qualification 2021. You know, Gambia is ranked among the eighth weakest side in Africa. It is among the eighth worst ranked countries in Africa in FIFA ranking in matters football. You know, Gambia, it's ranked 150, number 150 right now. Kenya right now is ranked number 100 in FIFA ranking. But how comes a country like Gambia can qualify to AFCON and Kenya did not qualify? In terms of economy, Gambia is 50 times poorer than Kenya. In terms of population, Gambia population is equivalent to Kiambu population. It's 2 million people in Gambia. In terms of economy, Gambia GDP is 1.9 billion US dollar. Kenya GDP 100 billion US dollar. So, what has Gambia has that Kenya cannot have? Why can Gambia, produce talent where Kenya cannot? These are not just questions. We need to focus on all these issues that I keep asking. And we must, as a country, say enough is enough. And we must do what is right. You see, Gambia, along the qualification journey, had to beat Tunisia, had to beat Mauritania, and had to beat Djibouti. And now, having to mention Djibouti, let me tell you, Djibouti nearly qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations 2021, which is being played now in 2022 as a result of COVID-19, which we all know. Now, Djibouti was beaten by Gambia through penalty. It was about to qualify as well. Look at this. The countries that are coming along. Now Gambia, Djibouti nearly qualified. Malawi qualified. Zimbabwe qualified. Comoros qualified. We need to ask ourselves, what happened to the Kenyan team that we used to know? Think of big names like Peter Dow, JJ Masiga, Wilberforce Mulamba. These are Kenyans who played football. Yeah, some years back in the 90s, Huko, when the number of teams that were qualifying for Africa Cup of Nations were 8 at some point, and Kenya was qualifying. At some point, the qualifying teams were 16, and still Kenya qualified. Now, at this point, where qualifying teams are 24, Kenya is struggling. 24 teams is half of Africa. So Kenya not qualifying is a serious meaning. There is serious consequences to that. Means half of Africa has better football than Kenya. This is dangerous for our country. Our reputation for our football is down in the dumps. We need to talk about it. We need to face it. We need to face the reality and do the building and the reconstruction that is needed in our football. Countries around us are improving while we are fighting about our football, while we are, while our federation is dying, no progress is being done. Football at the grassroots is dead, is non-existent in most of the counties. There are people kicking football here and there, but it is disorganized. Leagues are dead around the country. For our national team to succeed, it must first succeed at the grassroots. The grassroots is the feeder to the professional leagues, and the professional leagues are the feeder to the national team. So the issue that the national team is not qualifying for these major tournaments, it is also an indication of how our league, our professional leagues are. And that's why there are not that many people from outside Kenya that want to play for the Kenyan leagues. Why? There's no money, and the league is not good enough. Let me tell you, you see this country, Gambia, I'm talking about. The players that are in Gambia national team, they have been drawn from 17 leagues across the world. As much as you don't know about Gambia, as much as Gambia is ranked 150 in FIFA ranking, their players are playing within 17 leagues across, across the world. So therefore, yeah, at the background, silently they are building our football. Silently they are building their football as Gambia, the country. Now, let us go back to our issue, Kenya. Kenya, my motherland. Remember what Eritrea did to us during last Sekafa qualification. 4-1. That's how Eritrea eliminated us. Remember what Comoros did to us during AFCON qualification. We are struggling. Remember also South Sudan qualified. No, North Sudan, not South Sudan. Yeah, that North Sudan of al-Bashir. They qualified for, for AFCON. My fellow Kenyans, think about it. Gambia also, to get to the last 16 in Cameroon, they had to beat Guinea-Bissau. And I know, yes, Gambia lost to Cameroon during the quarterfinal. But that's good. They had done enough. They had shown the world what the world need to see from Gambia. Gambia is almost one of the miracle team in this AFCON. Now, also reflect on Burkina Faso. I know Burkina Faso was eliminated yesterday, so they are not good. But at the semi-final stage, think about that, Burkina Faso. Again, you can go and ask yourself, what does Burkina Faso has that Kenya does not have? Population 17 million, GDP 17 billion. Yeah, so that is about 6 times poorer than Kenya. That is Burkina Faso. But see what Burkina Faso is doing in terms of football. We have to agree what I keep saying, that the reconstruction that need doing in Kenyan football has to come, yeah, in a form of a revolution, so that everything is transformed. We cannot deal with the federation and yet we are not dealing with the grassroots football. We cannot deal with the federation and yet we are not dealing with the devolving football. We cannot deal with the federation and yet we are not dealing with the with the governance of football to eliminate corruption and self-interest. We need to deal with all these issues, and then number one thing must be how we grow talents across the country. This is the answer to all these problems we are facing. Is about how we bring new talents into the team, so that we have pure talents all over all over Kenya that are being nurtured and brought forward and being progressed to play in the professional leagues in Kenya, and then they are progressed to the national team, so that we have a young and youthful team in Kenya that is going to do wonders. It will happen, but it will take time. But like I asked at the beginning of this video, how long will it take before Kenya become a force to reckon with again in matters football? I hope you are going to reflect on that, and please join me in what I'm saying, that the reconstruction that is needed in Kenyan football need to come in form of a revolution. Everything, every stone must be turned, yeah, if we need to progress. And that's what every Kenyan want. That's what we want to see for our football. We want to see a better football. We want to see football economy growing. We want to see youth football growing, women football, amateur football. We want to see football creating jobs. We want to see our football having a good reputation globally. We want to see the level of our league football, our professional league football, get better. At the moment, is not good enough. Please, Wakenya wenzangu, let us keep talking. Let us hold hands together. Let us say we need change in our Kenyan football. Aluta continua. I live in peace. I'm gone.